everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant, and welcome to a quick review by GreyElephant Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about Shakespeare. Hey, I know that guy! By Ystari Games, but was sent to us by Asmodee Games. Now, if you haven't had a chance yet, I strongly suggest you check out our live play, where you're going to be seeing the game played out in real time, and that's going to give you a great sense of how this game plays. And plus, it's going to give you a better understanding of this review, because this review will be all about our opinion of the game and what we really think of it. So let's start off component-wise. I don't really talk about components much in games anymore, and the reason is because it does seem like a lot of companies are really starting to understand that we like fancy-looking bits and we love good artwork, and this one's no different, and it's what I've come to expect from an Asmodee title. The artwork's fabulous, and it makes the characters really stand out, you know, especially the actors, you know, the Macbeth and some of the others. They really look like that they are the characters from what you would expect from the plays of Shakespeare. So they did a very good job in capturing these characters and the emotions that you would expect from the plays and the parts that they played. Overall, no complaints there. Let's talk about the mechanics, because a lot of times these games can look very beautiful, but sometimes the mechanics are boring or they're a little bit drab. Well, I can't say that about Shakespeare. I really, when I first saw this game, was, it looks nice, but are we just dealing with another cube pusher or another, you know, Euro title? I mean, those are a dime a dozen anymore, in my opinion. So something has to happen in this game to make it a little bit different and stand out a little bit more. And I think that they've done that. Because when you're talking about a game that's dealing with Shakespeare and the plays that he wrote, you know, you got to be real careful. I mean, this could have been a very dry and very boring game. I mean, it could have been something that was just very mundane, and it could have been something, you know, like doing your taxes. It's just mechanical. But at the same time, you know, you want to try to capture that feel of what these plays were about and trying to really put on a rehearsal and the struggles and the pressures of being in charge of such a big, you know, display, a big theatrical display. And I think they did that because this game plays over the course of 6 rounds, and each one of those rounds, you are really going to have to seriously take into consideration of how many actions you're going to be able to perform. Perform less actions? Sure, you get to be first player and you get the victory point. But, once again, you're taking less actions. So that means you're possibly not going to be able to take advantage of all the actors or all of the characters that you have available to you to be able to get the costumes done, the stage done, and try to be able to increase on the acts on the board. That's a big deal. But at the same time, a victory point is a victory point, and having the opportunity to go first is, once again, a big deal. Because then you can grab whatever looks best out there. You know, if you do have a great opportunity to gobble up all the stage sets, gobble them up. You know, that puts pressure on your opponent, who possibly bid for more actions, and now their stage designer's not quite as useful as what he originally would have been intended. So there's a lot of great weighty decisions, but at the same time, they're very thematic. You do feel like that you're in charge of this production. You do feel like you're trying to get your actors all gathered up and trying to find the best actors, but at the same time, you don't want to spend too much for them. But you also want to get them in their costumes, because that's when they're going to be most effective and influential. On top of that, you got to get your stage ready. And all 3 of these ways that you're dealing with are going to score you the points that you need to be able to win the game. This game is fantastic. It is a well-balanced game. It's a game where really you do control your own destiny, depending on how much you really want to bid per each round. And really stopping to think about, okay, well, if I, you know, say want to go with 4 actions, that means 3 of my characters are not going to be available to me the next round. So really weighing out these decisions and trying to plan ahead as best as you can is what this game is about. And it's beautifully done. Shakespeare, to me, is probably one of the top games I've played this year. It's light enough that you can teach somebody to play within 15 minutes, but yet it's got enough weighty, good decisions that it's going to keep you coming back for more. I've already played it 5 times. I could sit down and set this game up and play it again. Beautiful design, beautiful to look at, all around. I highly recommend Shakespeare. But I never want you guys to simply take my opinion. Definitely stop over, take a look at the live play. You're going to see this game played out in real time, and that's going to give you a great understanding if this is a game for you. Once again, I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.